Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to our Zoology online class. Dear students, in the last class, we started the new chapter. So, in this chapter, we studied about some important instruments. Okay, in the last class, we studied about some important imaging instruments. EEG, electroencephalogram, then X-ray, ultrasound imaging, and CT scanning, computer tomography scanning. Okay, so these are the four imaging instruments we have studied in the last class. The working mechanism and the clinical significance of all these four instruments we have studied in the last class. Okay, dear students. So, in this class, today's class, we are going to study about some more instruments. Okay, so today also we are going to study about the working mechanism and the clinical significance of some instruments. Okay, listen very carefully the class. The first instrument is PET. PET meaning positron emission tomography scanning. Okay, positron emission tomographic scanning, PET. In short, we are saying PET. See, listen students, this PET also a computerized imaging techniques. Computerized imaging technique means in this technique also some computers are used to take the images of our internal body organs. Okay, so to take the image of our body organs, some computers are used. So this technique also is based on the computerized imaging technique. Understand that, few students? Okay, listen. Say, in this technique, in PET technique, some radio tracers are used to take some images. Okay, so here radio tracers meaning there are different types of radio tracers are used in the medical field, but commonly using radio tracer is 18F fluorodeoxyglucose. Okay, 18F fluorodeoxyglucose is a common radio tracer used in PET imaging techniques. Understand a few? Say here in PET image we can get some informations about the metabolic process and physiological process of our body. So with the help of this imaging technique we can understand the metabolic activities and the physiological activities of our body. Okay, dear students, hope you understood these 2 points. Okay, already I told you 18F fluorodeoxyglucose is the commonly used radio tracer. Okay, commonly used radio tracer. So in this radio tracer some biological molecules are produced. Okay, actually this 18F fluorodeoxyglucose is a radio labeled sugar molecule. Okay, so these sugar molecules are incorporated into some biological molecules like glucose, amino acid and ammonia by using some chemical methods. Understand, my dear students? So by using some chemical methods, this 18F fluorodeoxyglucose is incorporated into the glucose molecules, amino acids and ammonia like these molecules. Understand a few? Then a very small amount of these molecules or a very small amount of these components are injected inside the human body. Understand a few? So a less amount of these compounds are injected into the human body to take the images. Okay, here using in PET technique some powerful cameras are used to take the images of our internal organs, and these images are reconstructed by using computer. Okay, finally we can get a clear image of our internal organs. Understand, my dear students? So this is the working mechanism of this PET techniques. Understand? Then the clinical uses. So listen, this PET imaging technique is used in the measurement of cerebral blood volume. Here cerebral blood volume meaning amount of blood present in the brain region. Okay, so this PET is used to understand or used to measure the volume of blood pressure in the cerebral region, and what the volume of blood flow. Okay, how much amount of blood is flowing to the cerebral region. Okay, and the metabolic rates of the glucose, oxygen are also measured by using this PET technique. Understand a few? So once again repeat the clinical significance of this imaging technique. So this technique is used to measure the cerebral blood volume, blood flow, and the metabolic rate of the glucose and oxygen. Understand, my dear students? So, okay, dear students, now we have completed the working mechanism and the clinical significance of one instrument, that is PET. Okay, PET meaning positron emission tomographic scanning. Understand? Then the second instrument is NMRI. In short, NMRI meaning magnetic resonance imaging. Okay, MRI imaging. MRI meaning magnetic resonance imaging. So the doctors and the people, those who are working in the clinical field, use this MRI scanning technique to diagnose the conditions of the patient body. Okay, so this imaging technique is also used by the medical expert to understand the conditions of the patient body. Understand a few? Then the next point about this instrument is, when we compare this MRI imaging with other X-ray technique or CT scan technique, here there is no radiations. Okay, so here not using any radiation to take the images of the patient body. Understand all of you? But in X-rays and the CT scan, a small amount of radiation is also used while taking images. Understand, my dear students? Okay, see, this MRI scanning or MRI imaging technique using three important components. One is a radio frequency pulses. One is a radio frequency pulses, and the second one is the powerful magnetic field and a computer. So radio frequency pulses, powerful magnetic field, then computer. So these three important components are used in MRI. Understand a few? So all these components are togetherly used to take pictures or images of the organs like these tissues or bones. Understand a few? So here the first one, radio frequency pulses. Actually, the use of this radio frequency pulses, actually a small amount of some hydrogen atoms are present in our body. Okay, small amount of hydrogen atoms are present in our body. These radio frequency pulses realign the hydrogen atoms that are naturally present in our body. Understand a few? But it will not cause any changes in the normal tissues. So once again repeat this point. See, a small amount of hydrogen atoms are naturally present in our body. Here the radio frequency pulses of this MRI image is realign these hydrogen atoms. So it is used to take more amount of energies. Okay, so these hydrogen atoms are, while these hydrogen atoms are returned to their normal alignment, they release more amount of energy. Okay, they release more amount of energy. Okay, so radio frequency pulses realign the hydrogen atoms which are naturally present in our body. When these hydrogen atoms are returning their original position or normal alignment, they release more amount of energy. Understand all of you? So this energy is used to create pictures. Then second component about this MRI scanning is magnetic field. This magnetic field is produced by using electrical current. Okay, this electrical current is passed through some wires. Okay, by using wires, the magnetic field is produced by using electrical current. In some cases, these wires are placed around the body, okay, to take the images. Understand? So when these wires are placed around the body, they will produce some waves. That waves are used to take images. Understand? Understand you? But when they keep these wires around the body, the electrical current does not come in contact with the patient. Then third part, computer. Okay, already I told you, radio frequency pulses, powerful magnetic field, and computer. These three components are used in the MRI. Okay, now we have completed the uses of this radio pulses. Okay, then the magnetic field. Okay, radio frequency pulses and magnetic field uses we have already completed. Then the uses of the computer. See, the computers taking a series of images by using this electromagnetic field and this radio frequency pulses. Understand all of you? Understand? Then the uses of this MRI scan. This MRI scan is used to understand the differentiation between normal tissues and abnormal tissues. Okay, so we can use this instrument to understand the differentiation between the normal and abnormal tissue. So this is one of the use of this MRI. And second use is this instrument is used to determine or detect the presence or absence of disease. Okay, and the third use is these images can be transmitted in a printed form, or these images can be copied in CDs. Okay, so we can use these images in any situations. Understand all of you? So these three are the common uses of this MRI. Understand, my dear students? Then now we are going to study about the clinical significance of this MRI. Clinical significance of this MRI. The first clinical significance is this MRI is used to understand the condition of organs present in the chest region, abdominal region, and also in the pelvic region. Okay, pelvic region, since in the pelvic region the urinary bladder is there, reproductive organs are there, many blood vessels are there, many lymph nodes are there. Okay, so this instrument is used to understand the condition of the organs present in the chest region, abdominal region, and also in the pelvic region. Understand? So this is the first clinical significance of this MRI. Then the second clinical significance is the tumors of the chest and abdomen or the pelvic region also can be detected by using this MRI. Tumors means here like cancer cells. Okay, cancers. Okay, so these cancer cells also, if any cancer cells or if any tumors occur in the chest region or the abdominal region or the pelvic region, we can detect by using this MRI. Then the third clinical significance is diseases of the liver, or if any inflammations occur in our body, any heart problems. Okay, so these problems also can be identified by using MRI. So the liver diseases, inflammatory diseases, and heart related problems also can be identified with the help of this MRI. Understand? Then third use, malformations of the blood vessels. If any blood vessels is not formed properly, we can easily detect by using this MRI. Understand? Or if any swellings or if any inflammations occur in the blood vessels, that problem also can be detected by using this MRI. Understand? Then a fetus in the uterus of a pregnant woman. So the conditions of the fetus which are growing or developing inside the uterus of the woman is also identified with the help of this MRI. Understand? Then the last clinical significance is it is used to see the injuries. Okay, used to see the injuries in the particularly the breast region and also in the knee regions. Okay, so in these regions some ligaments, some membranes, fluids also are present. So if any injuries occur in these joints, we can easily detect by using this MRI scan. Understand, my dear students? So once again repeat the clinical significance of the MRI scan. So the first use is it is used to understand the condition of the organs present in the chest region, abdominal region, and also in the pelvic region. Second, this instrument is used to understand the tumors present in the chest region, abdominal region, and the pelvic region. And the third use is this instrument is used to identify the diseases of the liver region, or if any inflammatory diseases are present occur in our body, or any heart related problems also can be identified by using MRI. And the next use, fourth use is malformation of the blood vessels. If any blood vessels are not formed properly, these problems can be identified. And the next one is fetus. Okay, fetus means a baby developing inside the uterus of the mother is called fetus. So the developmental conditions of the fetus also identified by using this MRI. And the last use is injuries in the joints of our body can be detected by using this MRI imaging techniques. Understand all of you, my dear students? So hope you all understood all the points about this MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. Then the last instrument is pacemaker. Okay, now we are going to study about the pacemaker. See, pacemaker means, see, actually SA node. Okay, SA node means the small tissue groups present in the auricles, right auricle. This SA node only control the heartbeat rate. So this SA node is commonly called the natural pacemaker of the body. So the heartbeat is regulated by this SA node. Understand? Here, pacemaker, artificial pacemaker means it's a medical device used to regulate the heartbeat when the natural heartbeat is not working properly. So in our body, if the natural pacemakers or the SA node is not working properly, or if any blockages occur in the electrical conducting system, this artificial pacemaker is used. Understand, my dear students? So here in this artificial pacemaker, the main purpose or the primary purpose of this artificial pacemaker is maintaining a normal heartbeat. Okay, heartbeat rate. So the main use of this pacemaker is used to maintain a normal heartbeat rate. Understand, my dear students? Then say this pacemaker consists of two important parts or two important components. One is a pulse generator and the second one is electrode. Okay, pulse generator and a electrode. These two components are present in this in this artificial pacemaker. Here this pulse generator is actually kept inside a box. Okay, inside a box. It consists of a battery. This battery is maximum made up of lithium. Okay, so lithium battery is present in the generator and the generator is kept inside a box. Understand, all of you? And this battery is only supplying the power, okay, or electrical current to this artificial pacemaker. Understand, my dear students? Understand? So here this lithium maximum, the batteries are made up of lithium, and this lithium battery is only supplying the power to the pacemaker or to the pacemaker. Understand? And see here, this is a low energy electrical pulse. Okay, this device use very less energy electrical pulse. Understand? To regulate the normal heartbeat. And here this generator, pulse generator is maximum kept under the collarbone of our body, under the skin below the collarbone. Okay, so this box or this generator contains box is kept under the skin which are present below the collarbones. Understand, all of you? Understand? And nowadays some advanced pacemakers also available. So with the help of these advanced or newer pacemakers, we can also monitor the temperature and breathing also. Okay, so the advanced pacemakers not only used to regulate the heartbeat, it also used to monitor the body's temperature and the breathing activities. Understand, my dear students? Then next one is the validity of these batteries of the pacemaker. Maximum the lifespan of the battery is 15 years, minimum 5 years. So a battery present in a pacemaker can work minimum 5 to maximum 15 years, average 6 to 7 years. Okay, then whenever we need to change these batteries or these generators, we can change. Understand, all of you? We can change. Understand, my dear students? So now we completed the next instrument, artificial pacemaker. Understand, all of you? So this artificial pacemaker is one of a medical device used to regulate the heartbeat. Okay, actually the natural heart pacemaker of the body is called SA node. Okay, sino-arterial node is the natural pacemaker. This pacemaker only regulate our heartbeat, but sometimes in some case, some conditions, if the natural pacemakers are not working properly, the people are using this artificial pacemaker. Okay, so this artificial pacemaker is made up of two important parts. One is a pulse generator. And second one is the electrode. Okay, electrodes means here wire-like structures. Understand, all of you? Understand? Okay, my dear students, in this video we have studied about the working mechanism and the clinical applications of three instruments. Okay, the first one is the PET instrument, second one is the MRI imaging technique, and the third one is the pacemaker. Okay, pacemaker is not a imaging technique. Okay, it's not a imaging technique. It is a device used to regulate the heartbeat. Understand all of you? Understand? Okay, dear students, hope you all understood all the points in our today's class. So thank you. We'll meet in the next class.